But basically, the day that Satan killed like a whole bunch of exorcists, and the night that he made babies with a woman, in which the main
Oh,
character was born.
wait, made like they built them? What are
Yeah,
you
yeah,
saying?
Like Legos for sure.
Oh, okay, cool,
Like in
cool, cool.
Minecraft.
Um,
Minecraft.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to That Time We Hosted a Podcast, also known as That Time Podcast, the only show reborn into this world to Shonen Jump into the new year. Hope you got that. We made it very obvious for you. I'm one of your big three hosts, Marcelo. Joined as always by Otaku lore master Zach,
Hello.
and five-time best girl of 1975. Is that right?
Yeah,
Ian?
that's right. I guess, yeah.
Love that for you.
What a prestigious award.
Amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. We hope to bring you a super episode. Some really happy and some really news. But before we get into that, I just want to catch up with everybody. How we doing, boys? Ian, how you been?
I'm great. I can't wait for the season to be over. I just want 2025 to come in. You know, lots of stuff to watch and read.
We do have some peak coming in, so I'm with you. Zach, how about you, man?
I'm cool. I'm what's the phrase? Moistured in my lane, flourishing. I'm doing well.
You're moist? Is that what you said?
I'm moist. I'm so moist.
I think moisture is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, especially in Florida. But yeah, I myself have been doing well. Not as much. I haven't been binging much, just because I feel like with the holidays in, everybody gets super busy. I've been traveling a bit, and work gets pretty busy. I work retail, so it does get a little kooky. But yeah, without further ado, I figured we can kind of like get over the sadness first, so that then we can just high note the rest of the episode. Zach, do you want to kick us off with the bummer?
Yeah, unfortunately, well, the news came out even before JUMP Festa that the voice actor for such roles as Frankie in One Piece, Kazuki Yao, is retiring, which for a Japanese voice actor is a very rare thing. A lot of these people, they play their roles well into their 80s.
Yep.
And his health obviously is the most important thing. And I don't know about you guys. I know comparing some of his older voice acting performances to even stuff at the beginning of like the Egghead arc this past year, there is a notable, like, you can tell it's just like his voice is changed so much. But at JUMP Festa, he set down the ceremonial Speedo. I'm sure you guys saw the video.
Yeah, that was sad.
Amazing.
And passed it on to Subaru Kimura, who will be taking over the role as Frankie, making him, I think, the youngest of the Straw Hat crew now.
I need to hear the new super.
Yeah.
The dialed in one, because there's the clip going around from JUMP Festa where like OG Frankie's teaching new school Frankie how to do the super. So we gotta hear the like dialed in one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking
Dude,
like studio recorded and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, amazing. I was like looking back, I didn't realize that Kazuki like did all these characters. Obviously he's like an amazing voice actor, but it would be remiss to say like he is most well known for Frankie. Like he and Frankie are like one, one and the same. Obviously,
yeah,
Clay, but I didn't know he did Iki from History's Strongest Disciple, and then he was in Initial D, which like I love as well. So
yeah, the guy's been at this since, like, I was checking, like, since like the mid 80s.
Yeah, he has like an impressive career.
But yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, like, even like right now in 2024 going into 2025, Masako Nozawa is still playing Goku into her 80s. But sometimes it just life hits you, and you got to roll with the punches.
Yeah, dude, still I feel like that's a voice that I'm like nobody's ready to see change, and it will like eventually it has to. That's just like how time works.
Can I be like
But-
super honest? When the whole controversy happened with Savo's voice actor and they switched it to the new one, it was smooth like butter. I didn't even notice the difference.
I guarantee you, Toei would not have hired
Subaru.
Kimura unless they were 100% sure he was up to the task. And just looking at the roles he's famous for, I think the one that stands out the most and gives me the most confidence is Aoi Todo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hell yeah.
He can bring that big freak energy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think those are great.
And also like Tendo in Haikyuu. I think we're in good hands.
Yeah, most definitely. But moving from that, I want to say it's sad because obviously we're losing an icon, but like it's not that sad in the sense of like he's doing it for like to make sure that his health is put first, which obviously we champion. We know that everybody, like when you love something so much, sometimes people, we've seen it happen where like they put their health at risk, and like we don't want to make sure it doesn't happen.
Right.
And it's being replaced by like young new talent. Like, so it's a let's say less sad and more like passing of a torch,
For sure. Right. And you know that like Toei is throwing all the money in the world to keep Mayumi Tanaka in as good a health and keep her voice as pristine as possible, because they do not want to change Luffy's voice actress.
That would be so crazy.
Here's a question. Do you guys think they're going to go with a totally new cast for the One Piece remake that's coming out from Wit Studio?
I feel like it's hard to tell, because I don't know. I don't think they would change the whole cast, because it will be a huge difference.
I agree with Ian, but I kind of want them to, because I think it would be a great way to test the waters, to see like what could be out there a little bit. Because like we said, like time only moves forward, and like we also have to be realistic. Like as far as like as the story, we know there is plenty of more to come, and we don't want to expect the worst, but like we have to prepare for it in a sense. And so
Certainly.
I don't know. What do you think, Zach?
I think that it would be pretty crazy to go to a lot of these actors who are like 50s and 60s, and I think even 70s in the case of like Jinbei's actor, and be like, we're going for another 20 years, guys.
I think it's kind of like I don't know, being the CEO of a company. They're like, oh well, you're gonna start again from the receptionist role.
And who knows, I think also like a new voice talent would give that show like a lot of like its own identity.
You know what would be crazy though? See. If they just use the whole cast from the
voice lines?
No, they use the whole cast from the live action for the English dub.
Bro. You know what? That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool, yeah.
We know Emily Rudd has already kind of made her anime dubbing debut as Marcel in Dungeon Meshi.
Oh yes,
which I forgot to mention last episode on like just the shows from the last year that were amazing. Dungeon Meshi.
Yes, Dungeon Meshi is amazing, and I also want to point out that I am Emily Rudd's #1 fan. So if you're hearing this, just know that we all love you.
You're welcome on the show anytime.
You're supported indeed. And then I figured going from there, from something as iconic, going to a show that is just as hot, JJK. They announced the Culling Game arc, and they sent like a really interesting visual.
Where's my trailer though? Where's my trailer?
Go for it, Ian. Go. I know you're upset, man. Talk about
man.
it.
Get 'em.
Like what's up? What's up? I thought they were being exploited. Where's my trailer? You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. But it would have been cool, It's Jump Fest. It's the time to show the trailer.
They need to be doping up their animators. I want the best animation science can create.
I think it's because Japanese, they don't know the power of Baja Blast. If they give him like a case of Baja Blast, they'll make like 4 seasons in one sitting.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Did you see? Because like the visual they did, it was like a window, and it's like Itadori, and he's there, and his like hands all red. Yeah. And people who have finished the manga were like zeroing in on like little details, and be like, "Oh, look at his finger in this one spot. It's like that one," and I'm like, "Shut the hell up!" Like, no.
Fans will be fans, and if we know anything about like New Era just finishing storylines, is that everybody has they want to see stuff that is not there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And so this is like copium talking, because as we spoke about, did we talk about that last episode? Like how JJK ended and a lot of people had opinions.
We did not talk about it.
But it did end, and they had a lot of.
They had a lot to say, yeah, a lot to say, and some of them shouldn't have anything to say, to be honest.
Which there's another chapter, by the way, in the new volume. When the full volume comes out, there's an extra chapter I saw somewhere.
Yeah.
Is that the new thing? Because My Hero Academia did it. Now JJK's doing it.
Well, didn't Bleach do it as well back in the day?
I only read Bleach recently, so
here's what I'll say.
Probably
as far as the extra chapters, I'm not gonna say that the authors, the mangakas, caved to because I haven't read the chapters, but I felt like both of the endings they weren't amazing, but they were fine. Like that, if that's what you envisioned for your story, stick to your guns. And I know Gege Akutami specifically made in the last few chapters made a point of being like, guys, this is it. This is how the story goes. Like, why are we staying on the past?
I said it when the final chapter came out, and again, no spoilers. I said it when it came out. I will stand on and die on this hill. It's an excellent ending with maybe one of my favorite messages of any manga to its fan base like I've ever seen. And one day we'll be able to talk about it with spoilers. One character
let people die?
It's one character said one thing, and I was like, this is the most brilliant thing you could have put in this specific series and this for that specific character. And one day I will reveal what that is. I can't do it right now because I respect our lovely listeners a little too much.
But yeah, back to JUMP Festa. Suffice to say, it could be possible copium if people are looking too deep into anything that the expectations could be unreasonable for things to happen in the anime. But I was gonna say, how far do we think this covers? As far as I have opinions. I have opinions.
I know, and you know what? I'm not invalidating anything. I think it's gonna go. I feel like I can't even say because when this character.
Well, you can say it. You can say it. Is
this a spoiler safe?
No. I'm saying we know people got sealed, right? So
right.
So
right.
We can we can go as far as stuff happening with that character.
I think just before that, when certain characters
we're like saying everything without saying anything.
Yeah.
This is difficult.
I'll say like we need to say it. I think their search for I think that the season ends with the climax of their search for unsealing Gojo. I think that's where the season ends.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay. My prediction is that I hope we get another King New OP because we got them for the movie and for the Shibuya incident. I want them to come back and do another awesome song.
To be honest, all their openings have been so great.
Dude, New Era large and like the animes that people are all watching, they have done such a great job of investing in great intro music that like it barely misses.
Yeah.
I mean, like Dandadan is literally my ringtone. Like
well, Creepy Nuts, they pop off, so
For sure, for sure. What else do you guys want to talk about as far as Jump Fest? What do I open up with JJK. What do you guys want to get into?
Well, we can just probably go straight down the line, right? So, like, next up on the list, it's kind of one of those good news, less good news things. Hell's Paradise Season 2 is in production and premieres in January of 26.
Holy
This is some.
Oh, I can say shit now, right? Holy shit. I was so fucking pissed when I saw that. Because we're talking about MAPPA, dude. They're supposed to be the most, like, locked-in animators out there. They can pull out stuff in, like, 3 months. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but they also have, like, 37 IPs right now that they need to balance.
Oh, that is true, yeah.
It's a good thing, though, because I liked Season 1. I've read the manga. Marcelo, you finished the manga too, right?
Yeah, big fan.
So shit gets crazy the further they need their animators juiced and well rested for what they're going to be doing, but also just giving a series more time to stew, because looking at Season 1, it was a very pretty show with some great animation, but definitely some parts where I'm like, yeah, that could have spent a little bit more time in the oven. I think at one point, I forget his name, but the one Simon who wears the glasses, the short chubby one.
It's been too long. I don't remember
the facts one.
Yeah,
like the scientist.
There's a scene when they showed him and they just didn't draw his eyes behind his glasses, and I was like, really? You didn't have time for the eyes? Okay. But yeah, so I welcome a series taking its time. We've seen with other shows that when a show takes its time with its production, the results are always great. Looking at you, Daima, you've been a treat, because they didn't rush into it. So I couldn't wait.
Somewhere in between this, or like. Yeah, I think the right timeline is somewhere in between the regular, like, quick year over year and not as bad as AOT.
Oh my god, I was gonna say that, bro. Like,
if we could just stay away from that timeline, that's
Attack
too
on
much
Titan,
cooking.
Holy cow, that was such a dread, like, to wait between seasons, especially between 1 and 2. and then it's like one core, the second season. I was like, bro, what?
Final season, final episode,
yeah.
Final episode part 2, final episode part 2 for real this time.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Ian, did you ever like continue reading, or are you still slandering the amazing art of the Hell's Paradise?
Yeah, I am a manga hater for Hell's Paradise, unfortunately.
Dude, which is so insane because the art is so good.
No, I'm kidding. But like I don't know. I feel like I really just want to watch the anime. Like, it's a short manga, so I was like, you know what? I'm not really in a rush to read it, so I can just wait for the anime. But I didn't know I was gonna wait another year, so I might just like check it out to get out of the way,
Yeah. To be honest, I think it is a very well drawn manga. Not only in the sense that it's pretty, but also in the sense of like the action is very legible, and like it flows very well. It's not like, again, I don't want to slander, but like towards the end of My Hero, some of the fight action got a little
incomprehensible.
Zach said it, not me.
Wow.
That was a different person. But yeah, it was a little muddy for sure. And I think that Hell's Paradise manga, the name is escaping me, but did a really amazing job.
Now I have to look it up.
Did we mention no censorship for all my fellow culture people?
Yeah, I would love to see what's her name, Yuzuri's nipples, like in the manga. Yeah, in the manga, full nipples on display.
Free the nipple, boys.
It's not happening. Wow.
Are we getting the Ranma treatment where it's like they brought Ranma half back and just like all the boobs, none of the nipples?
I I can't believe we're talking about tits right now, but yeah, I guess
we're really here, huh, boys?
We made it.
Maybe they'll do the OG treatment where you just put the clouds over them.
Yeah.
There you go.
Are we really? So go ahead.
Yuji Kaku is the mangaka.
Shout out him. Also,
shout out.
I'm blanking out Chainsaw Man's mangaka.
Oh,
Tatsuki Fujimoto.
Fujimoto. Hell's Paradise manga also worked with Fujimoto at some point in time. Again, the Fujimoto dynasty is insane, bro.
The black magic that was conjured in that room.
Yeah.
They made a pact with the good manga devil.
Yeah, definitely.
Which literally pivoting into like the next line for JUMP Festa also was in that room with Fujimoto, the Spy Family season 3. Premiering October 2025. I don't think we need to get too deep into this one. We appreciate the IP. I casually enjoy it. It's not something that I spent too much time on. Do you guys watch?
Yep.
I just like Your Forger. She's cool.
I wonder why.
I read the manga up to a certain point, watched the anime for a little while, and then it just kind of dropped it because, like, not that I didn't like it, it was fun. But it is just kind of a gag manga. So to a certain extent, it's like you hit a point when there's not a lot of forward progression.
Yeah, I mean, if people enjoy it, that's cool, but it wasn't really my thing.
For sure. But, like it is day one news for a reason, right? Like it's still one of the
huge, that's definitely super big,
So yeah. And then Ian, do you want to get into your favorite your I think last episode you voiced how one of your like guilty pleasures is My Hero, even though there's a lot of hate coming around for My Hero recently.
Oh yeah.
Final season coming out.
I'm not saying I'm gonna defend it, but at least the last season was better than, I don't know, the things I've been watching for years. So now that I'm here, I kind of don't want to back out now. I just want to, I'll just ride the wave until it ends. So
there you go.
If you don't defend it, who will? Literally the millions of fans. That's who will. And then this is the news I've been waiting for. Chainsaw Man. The Resark.
Oh, actually, wait. Before that, they also announced the My Hero Academia Vigilantes series, which is like based off a spinoff.
Whatever that is. Sorry.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I skipped it on purpose.
Whatever. The only reason I want to bring it up is because, like, to this day, I cannot understand how, like, I guess spoilers if you haven't seen season 5 of My Hero Academia or something, but like the whole character of Kurogiri, it turns out he's like the former childhood friend of Aizawa and President Mike, who, if you haven't read Vigilantes, you just have no context for who this character is. And it's like one of the few times where a mangaka was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that, I'm just gonna include it, and if you haven't read it, tough shit.
He did an American comic book thing,
basically.
Yeah.
So now we'll get that show, and do you hear the enthusiasm in my voice?
Yeah, it's definitely one of the shows next year.
Yeah, it's a show for 2025 for sure.
But yeah, Chainsaw Man, Reze arc anime. God, they really need to work on some of the names of these movies.
Yeah, that was almost like an isekai title right there.
What about Chainsaw Man, the Bomb Devil, or something? I don't know.
Chainsaw Man, the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
there you go.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm excited.
What are you guys' thoughts on the art style?
I'll let you guys talk first. I have a multi-layered opinion.
I had no issues with part 1. With season 1. But my preferred style of animation would be what I saw in that trailer.
I don't want to seem like a middle of the road Andy, but I like both styles. I think they're both cool, and I don't know. Give me more flavors. I'm a foodie, so serve me whatever you want me to eat. Food devil, thank you. And then Zach.
Listen, I think the new trailer looks amazing. I will say, I was a huge fan of season 1 in that it wasn't just a one-to-one adaptation. It was they were willing to do its own thing, and the director was like, I want to try and make this feel like almost like live action in some of the scenes, a lot of the personal scenes and stuff. And it had kind of a muted color palette, which I felt kind of worked with the subject matter, because it's a very dark and dreary world. But having seen this new trailer, that it adheres much more closely to Fujimoto's art style and his, the more vibrant colors, I can't say it looks bad, because it looks good, and the animation still looks slick as hell. Why not? Let's do it. Season 2 of JJK looks totally different from season 1 of JJK. I trust them. I trust the process, and I'm just excited. We're getting more Chainsaw Man.
Finally.
Thank you. Yeah, that finally.
The only thing that sucks about this arc, and you guys have to know that, is that you don't get to see Power that much.
You see her
right at the end,
very briefly, yeah. I think. Yeah.
It's okay. She's not replaced, but temporarily put aside for very good reason.
Yeah, if you haven't read the manga, we're definitely eating good, boys. So get ready.
And then go ahead, Zach.
It looks like next up was Kaiju number 8, season 2, coming in July of 2025.
Let's go.
Peak returns. Peak uncle energy returns.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
He just like me for real.
I have not read ahead in the manga. I don't know what's coming. All I know is I want to see some badass kaiju action. I like I forget his name, the captain with the 2 blades.
Oh yeah,
and the squinty he's amazing. Eyes.
I forgot his name though. Damn it.
But yeah, I think and I like all the characters. They're really fun. They have a fun kind of diverse cast. I'm all for it.
Oh wait, wait guys, I have something to confess before we move forward from Chainsaw Man. So earlier today, I sent a text to the group chat, and I immediately deleted it because because I wanted to ask it on the show. I feel like it's better to ask it here to you guys. And before I ask this question, I haven't seen anything on Twitter about it, and that made me like question, like, what's going on? So here it is. Is Chainsaw Man Part 2, or actually, no, lately, like mid? Is it mid now?
I hate you.
No.
I hate you.
No. No.
Wait, Zach, were you in on this?
No, he wasn't.
No,
he wasn't.
No, I'm not. I'm saying like
that was all my plotting.
It's not.
I hate this, bro.
Do you want to give some context,
right
Marcelo?
Now. Yeah, dude. I literally, I figured I was schizophrenic. I don't know. So I saw the message, guys, and we use Telegram, and I saw the message and I replied to it, and then it just disappeared. But Telegram doesn't show Ian deleted a message. It just shows nothing. So then Zach jumps on the chat and he's like, "What?" Because my answer was like, obviously, my answer was literally get off of Twitter. When I saw is Chainsaw Man mid, and then Ian just trolled me for like 5 minutes, and I was like, okay, I guess I have imaginary friends now. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's called gaslighting.
Do I smell copper?
It's called gaslighting, Marcelo. I gaslighted you for a bit.
I hate you. Fucking hate you.
Anyway, now you guys can answer my question.
Dude, get the fuck off Twitter, bro. Like,
yeah, it's
here's why I asked, right? Because like when Chainsaw Man 1 was coming out, and even in just the manga, not even the anime, bro, nobody would shut the fuck up about it. And now with like the new season, I don't see anybody talking about it besides the jerk off. You know what I'm talking about? That jerk off scene or whatever.
The cum chapter.
The cum chapter, yeah.
Dude, what happened was when the cum chapter came out, and I'm sorry, and I hope we don't get banned on YouTube.
That exposed the fake fans.
That's exactly what happened. Like, all these people just complained about it, as people do on Twitter mostly, and maybe Reddit, but I don't get that deep. and then nobody cared about them because people were actually enjoying the story, because as insane as it is, amazing story. And then because nobody gave them like the time of the day, they just disappeared. And then we just got to keep enjoying, which rarely happens. We got to keep enjoying the story without people complaining about not getting whatever they imagined in their head.
Interesting.
Also, I think like the manga, it Fujimoto wanted to. He's good at playing the long game, I feel, and this, I would say, this last stretch of like maybe like 30 chapters has been the long game, and maybe there wasn't action for like 10 chapters straight, but it was a lot of slow build up and moving things into place. And then everyone was saying, "Oh, Chainsaw Man fell off. It's trash. What happened to Fujimoto? Blah blah blah." And then Fujimoto turns around and gives us like one of the coolest excuse my language, freaking devil designs, the one with the Statue of Liberty. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Yeah. And suddenly everyone's like, "Oh, Fujimoto does it again. He's the best. This is why he's the greatest." And
I really need to catch up, boys.
Anyone who like ever says like, I don't, what's he doing? Read Fire Punch.
Right, Fire Punch is so insane.
I haven't got there.
Dude, Fire Punch starts like this like thing that you're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." And they're like, "Wait, what's happening? Wait, what's happening? Wait, what's happening?" And then the ending is just like a mind fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. And anyone who and also just like I said before, the whole cum chapter really just, they said, "Oh, what's all this sexual deviancy doing in my shonen action series?" And it's like
it's always been about Denji getting laid. So come on, they can't just like, oh, it's not about that.
It's nuts. I mean, I think a lot of it, this happened with JJK as well, where people get really attached to these characters because they're really fun and they're really easy to like, and they post memes about them and they get it in their head that somehow that these are like slice of life things, and they go, "Oh, well, they killed off this character. How could they do that to these characters I love?" It's like, it's not your show.
Right.
And also, it's not like some buddy slice of lifey thing. This is a series, and it's like, oh, well, it's not your fault for getting attached to the characters. But
what's funny about Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan is that from the very beginning, you know how fragile these people are. Like, they could die any minute, and then they're surprised because they die. I was like, bro, what are you expecting?
Yeah.
I will say, to wrap up the Chainsaw Man talk.
Right.
Ian, no, it is probably the most insane it's ever been, to be fair.
Yes.
Like, actually. And please catch up, because it's kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I will.
It's been great. What's next on the docket? Oh, One Piece. Hey,
One Piece.
It returns.
It will come back. What was it? It was in April 6th, 2025.
Awesome.
I believe the new time slot for it is like Sundays at like 11:15 or something. A lot of people have been saying that means that they're not going to be as tight with like censoring certain things.
Hell yeah.
And so we're probably going to get more blood, probably going to get more action, just in time.
More boobies.
Just in time for arguably some of the most depressing content One Piece has ever had.
Yeah.
If we get boobies, they're going to be like sad boobies.
Yeah.
Peak sadness, some might say.
And those are actually the worst kind of boobies.
Yes, definitely.
A lot of that talk this episode, surprisingly.
Listen.
I did say it would be super. And boobies are super.
It only took us 2 episodes to talk about boobies, so
that's okay.
But yeah, I mean, like, with One Piece, obviously, we know Peak is coming back. And like,
yes.
Is there anything else to say? People in the comments be like, "It's not Peak, actually. It takes really long for it to take off."
The only thing to say is, if you haven't read or watch One Piece, do it now.
Hold on.
It's the best time.
Oda's 2025
over the
statement.
message.
Oh, his message.
Let's see. He said, he basically is like, we're in Elbaf now, and that one guy is gonna shake up the world.
Do we want to make a prediction now,
Yes.
and then later
Somebody's
on?
brother.
Okay, here are the
Oh,
rules. So here are the rules, real quick. We all have to pick somebody different.
Okay, I will go first. I mean, I think just going off Oda's message very clearly, Blackbeard is gonna make some big moves. Maybe invade Wano.
You think we're going back to Wano?
I think there's a reason we've been doing the Yamato cover story, and it's so that way they can be like, Yamato's demon Oni child adventure through Wano, the ground has started shaking.
The walls come down?
Yeah. Come on, he's got the Gura. No me.
Interesting. Ian?
My prediction is Buggy the Clown, bro.
Ooh.
Bro. Can I
Just
Dude.
picture it, please. Come on. That would be fucking
That
amazing.
would be, honestly, that would be pretty great.
completely off topic, but on topic? Can I just plug my amazing fiance who got me the Buggy the Clown Puma shoes for Christmas?
Hell yeah.
Shout out to you. I
Hell
love you.
yeah.
Shout out, Katie.
My prediction. Who's my prediction? Bro, Scott Gavon. I don't care. He's shaking up the
Ooh.
world.
Okay.
Have you seen like the most recent stuff people are saying off this last chapter? That one character, again, I guess, are we avoiding spoilers? That one character mentioned having a human husband.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, Scopper Gabon. You never know. Again, the logistics of that whole thing just fascinate me.
Listen,
Right. That man, bro. Props to
Whitebeard
him.
was a human.
Props to that guy.
Just saying.
That's true.
And Whitebeard was like 15 meters tall or something like that.
All I know is that I feel
was
less
bit-
insecure after reading that.
Yeah. We're
all
let's just say I'm a bit of a giant. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we'll check back in at the end of 2025 and see if any of our predictions came true.
Cool.
If you have any predictions for who that person might be, plug it in the comments.
sure.
Yes. But yeah, then let's see. Ooh, this one was exciting. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is getting a remaster. Get your game on.
Question, and maybe I'll look it up. I don't know if you know, but like, is the remaster just like a pretty recoloring with the same voice lines and everything?
Probably, yeah.
Damn, I
You're
was
gonna
really looking forward to
Prettify
like.
it.
They're giving
For
it
them
the
to, like-
Rurouni Kenshin treatment.
No, they're not gonna reanimate
No.
everything. They're giving it the Fish Island treatment,
Oh,
probably.
gotcha.
But listen, that first OP, that first Japanese OP for GX is awesome. Marcelo, I know you're a Cyber Dragons
Yeah,
player.
dude. Also, the English OP, like, come on now.
Get your
I was gonna say
game
I
on.
was hoping there would be some like new voice lines because I would really love to hear Chumley's dad not saying they're like spicy monsters and they're just like
they're drunken.
monsters.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna do a new dub for it, but definitely like the sub version. I'm all for it. I can't wait for them to chaz it up.
Yes. And like Zach said, the audience may not know this, but we had a Yu-Gi-Oh era. I still have my cards. I still have my decks, and I was definitely a Cyber Dragon enjoyer.
That's good.
on that OTK
I was
board, you know
never
what I'm saying?
into Yu-Gi-Oh. I was too busy playing video games.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I guess I would be considered kind of like as far as GX, I was in the Chaz camp because he did the XYZ
ABC
catapult
boys.
cannon. That's right. But traditionally, I'm a Blue Eyes duelist.
Ian's just like I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy. Yeah, I just like Mountain Dew and Doritos.
Ian is the Tristan of our group.
Yeah.
He's there.
I'm not sure what that means.
He doesn't duel. He's just there to be like, oh, what's gonna happen next?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that fits more my demeanor, I guess.
Boom.
Witch Watch, a new series. Witch Watch is coming out. It's gonna have a 2-core broadcast, and I've heard about this manga and anime. I have not read or seen much about it. Someone's watching witches, and they're like, "I'm the witch watch."
We can give it an episode.
Or is it? Check it out. I just put on my witch watch, and it's a watch, and it gives me witch powers. It's the witch watch.
What if there's a John Witch?
What if like a witch has been like going on some not good websites, and he's been put on a witch watch because he might.
Maybe. Or what if it's just a guy looking for watches, and the whole show is him going, "Which watch?"
Ooh, he's got like, options.
Yeah. He's in the market for watches.
That's about
you know what's funny? I will kind of watch a show about a dude finding the perfect watch.
Ooh, nice.
It's probably out there.
Ian, you could write a manga. Trust me, there's an audience for
Dude.
it. I know.
Yeah, all the Rolex people, they'll be watching that shit.
Bro, you get together with John Mayer. He's a avid watch enjoyer. He can make the music for the anime. You're cooking.
Yeah.
Like when I tell you there is a manga for like tasting wine, you can do it.
That is true.
It's an untapped market.
But then actually talking about Ian, he is the resident Sakamoto Days expert.
Yes, sir.
Are you hype?
Bro, I cannot explain how hyped I am right now.
They showed off the ending song in the new trailer. Did you listen to it? Do you have a chance to?
I haven't checked it out.
Damn.
Is that the one by Vondi?
What, the ending?
I feel like the whatever the new song for is
it is.
Because Vondi did they did stuff for like Ranking of Kings. They did it for Chainsaw Man.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
Dude, one day we gotta go in depth into Ranking of Kings.
Oh,
yeah, Ranking of Kings is amazing.
And then we have the Gintama spinoff, third year class Ginpachi Sensei.
Still have not committed to watching Gintama yet.
I feel like Gintama is so hard to get into just because there's so many references to Japanese like culture and TV, and just like in Dandadan when they do the whole Ken Takakura thing, I was just like, what are you talking about? So you have to go and like find the context for it. Gintama is that, but like 100 times more. The whole show is like about making jokes about things, like parodies about things.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's very hard to get into.
I've tried.
Go Zach.
I was just gonna say I've tried to watch the first episode and I fell asleep. Maybe not the show's fault, but
yeah, I was gonna say based on what Ian said, I feel like you would enjoy the show because you are the person that enjoys knowing things about
things,
history and or culture.
Probably, like I said, I tried to watch it, and I maybe I was in the wrong state of mind.
Hey, maybe there's a website, like a guide to watch Gintama, and it tells you all the references on each episode. That would be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But moving on to more important things, Dandadan, whether it's season 2 or core 2, is coming back in July. And it maybe wouldn't be so bad if they didn't end the season on a cliffhanger of questionable content.
I was clenching my butthole the entire episode when that was happening. I was just like, dude, no, please no, please no.
It's so funny because I feel like Dandadan gets a really bad rap at the beginning because the first episode has a very near and then
let's just say SA just in case.
Yeah, sure. A very near SA, and then it really doesn't focus on that after that except for this one part, and I'm like, you're not convincing people that the show is something better when that's where you decide to end the half season.
That is so true.
But I will say to anyone listening to anything, I'll just give the show the benefit of saying it's not as bad as the cliffhanger kind of leads everyone to think.
Gotcha. I figured.
Yeah.
And thankfully, after we get past this point, this horrible cliffhanger, they don't really do anything like that anymore. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also,
we're-
for those people that were like, questioning the first possible essay or likely essay if it wasn't for the fact that like the plot makes it so that it's not that. Katie watched it and she was like, "Hell yeah, she's kicking ass now. Fuck them up." You know. So
There
like,
you
if
go.
anything, it's kind of like, nah. We get in them back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
I totally understand someone seeing it though and like being
For sure.
uncomfortable. When I first read it, I was like, "Yee, this is chapter 1, guys." But the show does so good at just like pushing past that, and thankfully, once we get past this last very awkward hurdle, it's all just sauce from
all
here.
good.
And honestly,
Dude, it's been
I
soft
was
up till now.
surprised, indeed, and I was surprised because they released the key visual for season 2, which obviously focuses heavily on the Momo, Okarun, Gigi triangle, but there's stuff in the background where I was like, oh, they're doing that, and they're doing that, so it's going a lot further than I thought it was gonna go as a manga reader. We are going a lot further than I was expecting, so that's very exciting because that means we're gonna meet 2 very awesome characters this season. I was not expecting. I thought they were gonna be like, we'll see you in 2026 kind of stuff.
So we're gonna be eating good, basically.
Oh yes. And for all manga people caught up with the manga, the last few chapters have been nuts.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to I mean, maybe I'll catch up. Katie gave me the okay for like reading it, but I think it's bait and she'll get upset if I read it. But maybe I'll start buying the volumes so she can read them with me. And that way, like, because I really want to read it. I mean, Zach knows I have, and Ian does too, but like Zach mostly knows that like when I'm like I'm gonna read this, I like binge it, and I'm like 2 days later, I'm like, okay, yes, I read 400 chapters. What's next?
A lot like you did with Berserk.
Yes, and
Man,
a few others. I'm not proud.
How many Berserk chapters we'll get this year?
Ooh,
2.
7. I'm
Oh,
being
Ooh.
hopeful,
you're
dude.
being
We already
hopeful.
we got the January one coming up already, right? No, don't we got
Is
the
there
one in
one in
January?
January?
Is there? Am I
I-
making it up?
Wait,
I
what?
hope.
Is this Ian trolling me again?
No, I never
Don't
said
give
that.
me hope.
Well,
I wish I
whatever.
said
I'm
that, though.
being hopeful. I'm saying 6 every other month. It's not realistic, but it's hope.
Oh my god.
That's all we can hold on to.
What do you think, Ian? How many are we gonna get?
I want to say the usual 2,
Okay.
Yeah.
Insane.
and I'm sad saying
Didn't we
it.
get 2 at the
I'm
end
not
of
saying that
in
happy,
October?
just so you guys know.
You know, I'll bump it up to 3 just because Studio Gaga they've been doing pretty good.
Do you think
Cool.
it's because it takes them months to do like a panel?
I just think you have a bunch of people who are working their asses off to match Miura's style, and Miura was just an impossibly good artist.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it looks like Miura's, but it still looks pretty fucking good.
well, going back to Jump Festa though, we've got like a bunch of shows that honestly I don't have.
Let's Lost Lander Blue Exorcist. We're hype for. I'm hype. I don't know about you guys.
I
The
never
Blue Knight
watched Blue
Saga?
Exorcist.
Would you be mad at me if I tell you I've never seen it?
No,
Okay.
but
Is it good?
I enjoy it.
You know,
If the answer is not yes, I mean,
No, it's yes, but like I'm an enjoyer, but like I feel like you're not really like a high school era type Exorcist story.
I mean,
Okay, so you know the plot of
I
Blue
mean-
Exorcist, right?
no.
No,
So
I just know he's got like the fire in his hair.
so the reason he is that basically he's like the son of Satan.
Oh,
And
sick.
yeah, and he was raised by a priest. You later find out that the priest was like a exorcist, and there is this world of exorcists that like there's different types of exorcists. There's like the exorcist that like exercise by reciting. There's the gun exorcist, sword exorcist. There, a couple of other different ones. And basically, the storyline is I want to become a paladin, which is like the highest rank exorcist, and I want to beat Satan. And everybody's like, well, one, you're his son, so how? And two, no, because you're the son of Satan, so we're not gonna let you do anything. And so the story is twofold. There's one, him growing in power and becoming stronger, and two, kind of like a Naruto-esque type, being accepted even though he is the son of Satan.
I was gonna say that. It just sounds a lot like Naruto, but with like Bibles.
Dude, most stories sound like Naruto. It's not.
But here's the thing: Naruto is good. So
I'm a Blue Exorcist enjoyer, and for context, there is a very in the first like half of the story or whatever so far, there's the saga that's coming out is the Blue Knight saga. That is something that happened in the past. Is basically the night that the main character was born or maiden. I guess he was already. I don't know if she was already pregnant, but basically the day that Satan killed like a whole bunch of exorcists, and the night that he made babies with a woman, in which the main character was born.
Wait, made like they built them? What do you say?
Like Legos for sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like in Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, they both got wheat.
Nice.
But yeah, so this is like it goes back in time saga.
Interesting. Well, maybe I'll check it out when I have some time. I'm watching Squid Game now, so that's where all my time's going.
I fell asleep yesterday watching episode 2. Episode 1 was great though.
Get out of here. Let's talk about. There's a bunch of other shows. Like here's just a bunch that I don't know enough about to really talk on. Me and Robico.
Don't know her, but she sounds great.
Robin Akaneko. Tis the time for torture, princess.
That sounds weird. I have to watch it.
Aharan sa Wahaka Renai season 2.
Your Japanese is great, Zach.
Thank you. I'm learning.
Thank you for trying, though.
You know what? We're trying. I will show you guys the flashcards where I've got all my hiragana lessons on. I'm doing my best.
What about gag manga Biori Go anime previews? The jokes in the first teaser trailer.
Sure. Cool. Blue Box. I've heard the first half of the first half of season 1, but was really good. It's like a sports rom-com. Supposed to be very good. The one to look out for, though, Takapi's Original Sin. When that first episode drops, you are going to hear everyone talking about it. It's about an alien who comes to Earth, meets a very depressed little girl, and some of the most bleak shit ever in anime happens. And you are going to hear people saying a lot about this series when it comes out. I promise you that.
Don't love that.
We all love that.
And then
Chain Soldier season 2, more boobies, more like dommy mommies and action.
We do enjoy that.
Yes.
Awesome. Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War is back.
Part 3.
Even though
Part 4.
I said this before. I'm gonna wait till all the parts come out, and then watch them all at once.
Yeah, me too.
There's not gonna be an AOT watching episodes years apart.
And then I think the only other thing I want to mention is we're getting a new Prince of Tennis anime, which is crazy. I don't know if we ever had an old Prince of Tennis anime, but we're getting a new one. That's a Shonen Jump classic from back in the day. I'm excited for Prince of Tennis.
I've never seen it, but
I'm looking up real quick.
I see it everywhere.
They also mentioned like a new 2001. Was the manga or the anime?
Anime.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just remember it was all in Shonen Jump when I used to read it back in the day. It's a sports anime, and I'm all for it.
But yeah, that I guess that wraps up the major news, right? The super news.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Solo Leveling is also coming out.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys want to hear my best Alex Lee impression of the main character?
Absolutely.
Arise. Thank you.
I want to commit to the bit, but the sound that is gonna come out is not even.
No, do it.
No. Yeah, I forgot.
And I don't watch the show, so I can't do it.
He's a hater. Also, before we wrap it up, can we go over the fact that Zach is a manhwa / Korean based story hater?
Impossible. No, actually, that's
Tower
not
of
true.
God
Literally
refuses to watch
was
it.
just like I'm watching
Leveling.
Squid Game.
He is watching Squid Game. He is watching
yeah,
Squid
but
Game.
that's not.
Marcelo's like,
That's
Zach hates Korean media. Also, I fell asleep during the second episode.
No. Because I specifically said manhwa, which is like Korean manga, and then I said Korean anime or like
First
animated
of all,
Korean.
I have watched like 6 episodes of Tower of God.
Wow, in 6
and
months, amazing,
remarkable.
I'm doing it, boys. I'm doing it.
By 2026, by the time Hell's Paradise comes out, you'll have watched season 1 of Tower of God.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? No, I'm all for it. Here's the thing. I have nothing against any of this stuff. I'm down for it. The only thing I've just heard about like Solo Leveling is the action is awesome, and like it is just a very surface level, like it's an action turn your brain off kind of show, and just sometimes I want a little bit more than that. You guys, how about this? I'll watch Solo Leveling. You guys watch Apothecary Diaries. Let's do it.
Bro, it's too easy. What are you trying?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You watch Isekai. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
We turn our brain off all the time.
Bingo.
Okay, so watch Apothecary Diaries.
I'll watch it.
Easiest clap of my
it's
life.
Great.
Also,
it's so good.
I just want to give a shout out to somebody who commented on the last video recommending 86. I watched the first episode and I really like it, and I will keep watching it and update you. Thank you. I think his name was Gone Freaks, like Gone Freaks, you know. So shout out Gone Freaks, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you guys for engaging. I saw a couple comments in the first episode. We're starting the community. You know, like this is what it's all about.
Our Nakama.
Hell yeah.
That was.
But yeah, you know, we're everywhere. We are on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're, I think, on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, soon to be Amazon Podcasts. Find us, listen to us. We appreciate and value all of your listening, because without you guys, we would not have our show, and we appreciate everyone spending time to hear us talk about cartoons and animation and voice actors and all this crazy stuff.
And boobies.
Hell
yeah.
For sure. Until next time, this is That Time We Hosted a Podcast. See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.